AutoFix Pro. Today's topic: the dry dual clutch in dual clutch transmissions. In 2008, the Volkswagen Group launched the first mass-produced dual clutch transmission with a so-called dry dual clutch, after Volkswagen had launched the first dual clutch transmission with a wet clutch in 2003. In this video, I will only discuss the components and function of the dry clutch. I have described the basic design and function of a dual clutch transmission in my video, Dual Clutch Transmission, Function and Power Curve, here on my YouTube channel. Connection to the engine. The dual clutch in the 0am transmission is a complete unit. It cannot be dismantled. It is connected to the external gearing of the dual mass flywheel via internal gearing. The dual mass flywheel transmits the engine speed directly to the carrier ring of the dual clutch via the gearing. The carrier ring is connected to the drive pulley and pressure plate K1 and pressure plate K2. These components therefore always rotate at engine speed. The clutch disc K1 is seated on the input shaft 1 via a gearing. The clutch disc K2 is seated on the gearing of the input shaft 2. In this image, the components of clutch K1 are shown in blue: the engagement lever, clutch disc K1, pressure plate K1, and the connection of the clutch disc to drive shaft 1 via a gearing system. The clutch is disengaged, which means that the engagement lever is in its initial position. Actuation and power transmission of clutch 1. The engagement lever is actuated. The engagement bearing is pressed to the right. This presses the pressure plate to the left via the disc spring and the counter bearing, thereby pulling clutch disc 1 against the drive disc. The power flow is established. The power flow goes from the drive disc via the clutch disc and the gearing to drive shaft 1, which it drives. In this image, the components of clutch K2 are shown in green. The engagement lever for K2. The clutch disc K2. The pressure plate K2. The connection to drive shaft 2 via a gearing. Clutch 2 is not engaged, which means that the engagement lever is in its initial position. Actuation and power transmission. The engagement lever 2 is actuated. The engagement bearing 2 is pressed to the right. This causes the pressure plate 2 to be pressed to the right via the disc spring and the counter bearing, thereby pressing the clutch disc 2 against the drive disc. The power flow is established. The power flow goes from the drive pulley, the clutch disc, the gearing to the drive shaft 2 and drives it. Thanks for watching. More videos on my channel. Like and subscribe. Thanks.